Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth part and final part of the Iban documentary series. So this week we'll be talking about the economic activities, the social structure and also the education of the Iban people.
So now I'll be talking about the society structure of the Iban community. Prior to the Brooke administration, the Iban people have no actual administrative and political structure, although generally the community was divided into Aja Berani, which are the wealthy and the brave, Mensia Saribu or Orang Mayo, which are the commoners, and Ulun, which are the slaves. Such status distinctions persist into a modern social structure with prestige held by the first status and disdain for the third status. After Brooke invaded Sarawak, political positions were created. Paramount Chief, which is the Temenggung, Regional Chief, which is the Penghulu, and lastly, the Headman, Tuai Rumah. The Temenggung is the representative of the Iban people, while the Penghulu act as an intermediate between the Iban communities and the central government, and the Tuai Rumah leads the Longhouse alongside Tuai Tuai, which are the elders, who are his advisors in the administration of the Longhouse. He is responsible for everything from the rights and the well-being to the people, but he is not a dictator. While the Tuai Rumah requiring the approval of his people and also the higher administration. Nowadays, many Ibans who have left the Longhouse are no longer bound to the traditional social structure, living as any other ordinary Malaysians.
So today I'll be talking about the education of the Iban tribes. So traditionally, there is no formal education in the culture of Iban people. The purpose of education was to form a social control, as the people of Iban are taught from childhood to avoid conflict, and for most of the time, every effort is to prevent it. They are also taught orally by story and drama of the existence of numerous spirits who vigilantly ensures observation of numerous taboos. Some spirits are interested in preserving the peace, while others are responsible for any strife that arises. Besides that, they are also taught the value of family, honor, and such, mostly to raise good children with respected morals. Moreover, Iban people are taught from young the necessary skills to survive, like hunting, fishing, foraging, handicrafts, and many more to prepare them for adulthood. Today, with the ever-changing modern era, more and more Iban peoples are going to school. Many are literate and furthering their study to obtain degrees as well as other qualifications. As a result, they hold important positions in their respective field within and outside of their ancestral home in Sarawak.
So we'll be talking about the economic activities of the Iban people. So rice farming is the primary economy of the Iban people, the main source of food for the Ibans. So farmers practice swidden cultivations of fields, about 1 hectare on average in the hills. So every family has their own seed bank of rice, planting between 1,000 and 2,000 of varieties every year. Padipun, sacred rice, is planted at the center of the field as an offering to the spirits of to the spirits and the ancestors of the Iban people. So rice farming in the hills, it has no guaranteed results. So dozens of rituals are deemed necessary in order to ensure a successful crop. Nowadays, however, with introduction of new technology like pesticides, herbicides, and machineries, allows the Iban to do away with less ritual. Besides rice, Ibans plant gourds, pumpkins, cucumbers, maize, and cassava, in addition to wild vegetables and fruits collected in the jungle.
So I will be talking about some of the other Iban economic activities. One of their other economic activities are firstly fishing. Fishing provides the Iban tribes with a main source of protein, and the techniques of fishing varies. For example, fish traps are placed in constricted streams, and large nets are placed over larger streams. And then the fish are taken with either seines or hooks. Another economic activity that the Iban practice will be hunting. While hunting, the Iban will utilize tracking animals such as dogs, and also they will utilize various traps and also nets. And lastly, the Iban also deal in domesticated animals such as chickens, buffaloes, pigs, and dogs. Chickens are especially important because they can also provide eggs, which is also another source of income, which can be then sold. And water buffaloes, on the other hand, are sold for sacrifices on certain events or festivals.
So for the other economical trades, we have industrial arts. So basically, Iban people are very skilled in handicrafts, especially the women, who are very skilled in weaving the backstrap looms and making products like basket, mats, blankets, and clothes. And for the males, they are very good at doing blacksmithing products. And the products are sometimes sold, but usually they make it as a practical product so that they can use in their daily lives. So another one is trading. The Iban people do trade, but usually in a small scale, and usually only inside their village, their local community, or nearby villages. For the Iban people, they use the bartering system, but sometimes they also use a bit of cash, but mainly the bartering system is what their main method of using. So one of the example is Lanchao in Sarawak. So this place is where the main economy trade is made for the Iban's people to sell their goods, because there's a lot of touristic areas who comes to buy and sell their products.
Next, I'll move on to the tourism part of Iban. Some Ibans provide hospitality for tourists, earning for their living by accommodating tourists. This is to show their lifestyle, culture, and food. Tourists get to live alongside the Ibans in longhouses to fully experience the life of an Iban, or they can also choose to live in guest houses separated from the main longhouse for privacy. They are also allowed to participate in the traditional rituals conducted by the villagers. Lastly, we'll move on to Berjalai. Berjalai is the institutionalized journey to work for wages. This is done by men of the Iban community. Most of the able-bodied men of the Iban are away at times, usually working for logging companies or oil digging companies. Some also work for plantations in order to earn a more decent income. With their wages, they are able to buy more items. Rubber, pepper, and the new cocoa plantations provide a rather unstable income for the Ibans, but salaried jobs attract those from the outskirts into bigger cities. This causes huge migrations, and now Ibans can be found in almost every occupational role in Sarawak.
Thank you very much for following us for the past few weeks. We hope you enjoy our videos. So thank you and see you again.